Everything's done in-house from beginning to end, from the wood cores to the edging, all that. So this is going to be the Travis Rice split board. I think it's going to retail for $800. Very limited. This is definitely something that you're going to have to pre-book order if you want to get your hands on one. You won't see those probably in a whole lot of shops, but they will be available.
Coming with insert packs?
No, the liability actually on setting it up, and I believe Volet owns the patent on the entire clipping system that you use to create a split board. So we're just going to sell it blank. You're going to have to do your inserts and all that stuff on your own, which I think most people that are into it would understand. So yeah. Lando loves the Dark Series, but he's such a badass that we gave him his own Pro model. A lot of people love this board. It's also coming with, which is going to be tough to see on the camera, was the board that we had these, you can't see them probably on the camera, but it's got the Orgthrog pedals. Really what it does, it just adds to the responsiveness of the board under your feet. So this is artwork by Jamie Lynn. It basically is the Jamie Lynn board, probably a little bit stiffer, and definitely it's gonna add a little bit of pop with the Orgthrog pedals. It's a cool board, and right next to it, we kind of skipped this. I apologize, we can't skip the Jamie Lynn. These two boards are very similar. They have actually the same specs. It's kind of a mellow side cut, so definitely good for holding at super high speeds. Jamie is an absolute legend. Anybody who knows him and rides his board probably will buy it every single year. Most people that are Jamie Lynn fans, this is the only board they want to buy. Like I said, it's got kind of a mellow side cut. I would say the flex on this is about probably 6 or 7 out of 10 on our scale, 10 being the stiffest. And it's just a really fun, it's an all-around board. It's probably not as soft enough to be a jib board, but really great all-around board. Oh, here we go to the revolutionary board sports changing board, which this is a custom base that we're going to be making for park kids. We're going to probably start hooking these up with like all the park crews. Future clothes. This is the new 1011 top sheet. It's going to come, normally what we do is we do a yellow-green skate banana, which is what we call the classic, and then an assorted version. The shops don't know what they're getting. We ship whatever is produced, and that's how it rolls. Next year, this last year we did a black and gray version. It was super popular, like everybody was requesting it. So next year, moving forward for 1011, you'll be able to order the black and gray specifically, or the yellow, green, or assorted. So we'll have 3 different varieties for everybody. Adding a lot of sizes. We're gonna do a little ripper, is what it's called. And we're doing like 115, 125, 135, and 145. Adding a bunch of sizes to like the full grown person, which people always say, Lib, make a women's specific board, but we always have. I mean, Lib's not gender bias at all. You could, we make a 48, and a 51 narrow, so that's definitely a great girls board. But we're also gonna do a 48, 49, 51, 52, a 53 wide, because there's a lot of people that they're using this as their jib board, and they're bigger guys, but they want a smaller board that's wide enough for their boots. So I think that's going to be a popular size. We're doing a 54, which we hadn't done in the past, 56, 56 wide, 59, and 59 wide. We've had some requests to go bigger than 59 with the skate banana, but we have other boards for that. I don't think we really need to go any bigger than that. Really not a lot changed with this board. The specs are still the same, the flex pattern's the same. It's like, why don't change it if it's working? Everybody, they know what they're getting into. Everybody that demos this board loves it. It's it's definitely the #1 selling Lib Tech board right there. This one is my favorite Lib Tech board. The Banana Magic. This was the brainchild of Mervin founder and all-around badass mad scientist Mike Olson. He rides a 157, which he would have never done. I mean, back in the day, Mike's favorite board was the Grocer, which was a 180, and he's really sized down because that's the cool part about Banana. Like we were saying, you can ride a shorter board. It's more maneuverable. No fiberglass. It's got basalt fiber. It's got the bioplastic top sheet. It's got one of the sickest graphics I've ever seen done by my good friend Quincy Quigg. It's got a very aggressive side cut, and it's actually got more Banana than any other board. It's very dramatic Banana. It really allows it to float well in powder, but the thing, it just turns on a dime. The aggressive side cut and the magnet traction level on this one, it's just a very grippy, fun board. It's kind of on the firm side. It would be, some people call it the poor man's Cygnus because it's got a lot of the same materials and specs that the Cygnus does, but this board goes for about $700. I would compare it to the GNU Altered Genetics. I'd say it's kind of like the Lib Tech version. Awesome board. This is another example that every single person that's rode that board is now completely in love and doesn't want to ride anything else. So move right to the Cygnus. This is the most expensive board and raddest board. Feel this top sheet. It's got kind of a vinyl material, which is still that bioplastic castor bean. It's literally a castor bean based material. Probably the most eco-friendly board on the market. Every single sidewall, feel this sidewall material. It's a self-healing polyurethane. It's kind of a softer material, very mobile. And Mike Olson hand does. There's absolutely no break in the sidewall. It's just one constant piece of material. They're very, very limited. It's definitely a board that you need to pre-book order, and the people that buy this board, they know what it is, they know what they're getting into. Very high end. It's a very aggressive board. It's pretty darn stiff. As you can see, it has a lot of Banana. The specs are very similar to the Banana Magic, but there's just some little extra love goes into the Cygnus.